The Beginning Series, Story Number 8, God Sends a Flood, taken from Genesis chapter 7, verses 1 through 24. In this account, the coming judgment that God announced to Noah actually happens. It may seem difficult to imagine, but it had never rained before. Earlier in Genesis, we learned that until the flood, the earth was watered by a mist coming up from the ground. It should also be remembered that on the second day of creation, God separated the waters that covered the earth into two parts. Part of the water remained on the earth and was gathered together into the seas. The rest was placed above the earth. So, when the water above was emptied back onto the earth during the flood, it is easy to understand how the earth could once again be completely covered with water, just as it was in the beginning. This is how it happened. And the Lord said to Noah, "You and all your family, come into the ark, because I have seen you, and seen that you are righteous in this generation. Take 7 of every clean animal, the male and his female, and from the animals that are not clean, take by 2, the male and his female. From birds that fly, take by 7s, the male and his female, in order to keep their descendants alive upon the surface of all the earth. After 7 more days, I will cause it to rain upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. And every living thing that I have made, I will destroy from off the face of the earth." And Noah did everything according to what the Lord had commanded him to do. Noah was 600 years old when the flood of waters came upon the earth. And Noah went into the ark with his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives, because of the flood waters, of clean animals and animals that are not clean, and birds and everything that crawls on the earth, 2 by 2, male and female, they went into Noah into the ark, as God had commanded Noah. And after 7 days went by, it happened. The flood waters came on the earth. In the year that Noah was 600 years old, in the 2nd month, on the 17th day of the month, that same day, all the fountains of the vast deep waters were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and it rained on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. In the same day that the rain began, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his sons with them, entered into the ark, they and every animal after its kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every crawling thing that moves upon the earth after its kind, and every bird after its kind, every bird of every sort. And they went to Noah into the ark, 2 by 2 of all flesh, in which is the breath of life. And those that went in were male and female of all flesh, just as God had commanded Noah. And the Lord shut Noah in. And the flooding continued on the earth for 40 days, and the waters increased. And the ark floated, and the ark was lifted up above the earth. And the waters swelled and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the waters. And the waters swelled more and more on the earth, until all the high hills that were under the whole heaven were covered. The waters swelled 7 meters higher than the mountains that were covered. And all that was flesh died that moved on the earth, including the birds, cattle, animals, and every crawling thing that moves on the earth, and every man. All those in whose nostrils was the breath of life, all that were on the dry land died, and every living thing was destroyed which was upon the surface of the ground, both man and cattle and crawling things and the birds of the heaven. They were destroyed from the earth. Only Noah remained alive, and those that were with him in the ark. And the waters stayed strong on the earth 150 days. The Beginning Series, Story number 8, God Sends a Flood, taken from Genesis chapter 7, verses 1 through 24.